What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today, in the review box, we have one that I have been waiting for so long. This is the Hennessey Venom F5 Revolution, made by Rhino Models. That is probably a new brand to a lot of your collections. So, with that is going to come some hesitancy of the unknown. So let's get all of your questions out of the way right here and see if these are worth adding to your collections. As always, let's get things started with our casting here. And just quick looks, proportionally speaking, I am very happy to report that everything looks very good, very solid. No complaints from me as far as the way it looks and stands. So that is a good fit in my book. So kind of compare it to the real life car as best I can here. And yeah, you can kind of see, looks pretty solid, no real complaints. I think it overall came out quite good. So let's go ahead and break the casting down here. So we are going to have a mostly die-cast body here. Pretty much everything that you're going to see painted with the white, that is going to be die-cast. This section here is die-cast as well. However, our roof is plastic, and our mirrors are plastic, and the rear wing is plastic, and this engine cover is plastic. We'll get into that here in just a little bit. Our main base is going to be die-cast, so that is very much a good thing in my opinion. These little plastic dive planes down here are the other plastic kind of features, but a lot of what you see has been like casted in and worked with metal, so I think that is a huge bonus. All of our body lines are going to be replicated essentially to perfection, which is really cool because I doubt that they had any official material to work with when it came to replicating this car, so that's nice. Now let's get into some cool little features of this car. So this car is kind of customizable. If you want to take the roof off and have yourself a Venom F5 Revolution Spider, you can do that, and that's kind of why this roof is plastic. If you want to take the engine cover off to get a better look at, as I throw it around, the details on the engine bay, you can do that. So casting wise, this car is very unique and has some things that a lot of other brands don't incorporate. So for our paint and deco, as of right now, there are two different releases that are out there, and we kind of have this white with red and blue stripes going down the center here, which looks quite good. It's just kind of an enamel white, no metal flake or anything to it. Nice and simple, very much in line with what you would see on the real life car that is of this spec. And then we also have the other one that's a very similar spec here. It's kind of like this sky blue, which with the red and white and blue stripes, which is not my favorite spec, but it does look all right in my opinion, and it does replicate the real life car really nicely, so that is good. So while neither of these decos are really what I would have gone for, they are still quite good, and they're very faithful to the real life counterparts. Moving into our details, I'm going to leave the kind of hood pieces off for a minute. Up front here, we do have plastic inserts for our headlights, which is what we would expect out of a premium brand. We do have some kind of like attempts to make it look like there's radiators back there. It's very hard for me to show that on camera, but they are there. So detailing up front is phenomenal, I would say. Coming down to the sides here, we have accurate wheels, and they do have brakes behind them. So that is very good in my opinion. We also have our mirrors, which have a plastic sticker there to give them an actual mirrored look. Gas cap done up here. American flags on the rear wing there. Coming into the rear section, we can see very nicely leveled the details. Plastic inserts for our taillights, all the logos, the Hennessey logo there, F5 logo there, F5 Revolution on the license plate. Meshing where it's supposed to be. Diffuser looking good. Diffuser is worked into the base there. And then little extra bits for our exhaust, which looks, once again, phenomenal. Coming up to the top section, you can see the carbon fiber of the wing has been done exceptionally well. That looks great. Interior details, the engine bay, not amazing, but definitely very good, and as far as I can tell, very accurate to the real life car. And then interior has been done very nicely as well. Like the detailing, it's very hard for me to show it on camera, but it is very nicely done as well. So no real complaints there. Few more things, the roof, not really much to speak of there. It's just a small plastic piece. Be careful with it because it could be a little fragile. And then the engine cover itself, if I can get my camera to focus, you can see there's meshing on it to give it kind of a see-through look there. Then you have the kind of vents here, which are actually molded in and are functional essentially, and those look really good. And then they even went as far as to add a little bit of silver paint to the edge of the scoop where it comes over the roof. So that is very cool, and the details of this one are phenomenal. So, moving into the roll test. A lot of you probably don't have any Rhino models, so this is important. And I'm very happy to say that they roll, and they roll very smoothly. I would put them on par with like a Global 64 release from Tarmac Works, where they roll very nicely, but maybe not quite as nice as, say, a Mini GT. The other cool thing is when I put them on the scale with their roofs on, they come out to be 41.84 grams. Both of them came out to be that exact, which I think is the first time I've ever done two of the exact same model, and they weighed exactly the same. So that is pretty cool in my book. Moving into our pros and cons, let's get started with the pros. The biggest pro, in my opinion, is going to be this is the first Venom done in 1/64. There's never been a Venom GT, a Venom F5, or a Venom F5 Revolution done in 1/64 until now. We get things started with the Venom F5 Revolution, and hopefully we will get the others down the line at some point from someone. But for now, pretty good. The other big pro is going to be the excellent details. This car is a little bit more robust in terms of the levels of kind of eccentric detail that it would have compared to like a Pagani or so, a Koenigsegg or something like that. So for what we get here, the detailing wise been replicated perfectly, and I'm very happy with that. The final big pro is going to be the cool level of features. So like I said, the roof, you can take it on or off to have a spider or a non-spider if you want. And then this engine bay can come off as well. And it's actually got little tiny magnets about here that hold this on a little better, which is really cool and kind of leads us into something else. So for our cons, there's really only one that I can think of, and honestly, it could be considered more of a nitpick than a full-on con, and that is very simply that. So I mentioned that our engine cover is very nicely attached with a small magnet, but the roof is not. The roof just kind of sits there helter-skelter-like, and it comes off extremely easily. And that is a bit of a bummer. I do wish they had included a teeny tiny magnet to kind of keep the roof on as well, because the magnet is so small you can barely even tell that that's what it's supposed to be. So would that have helped on the roof? Yes, quite a bit, I think, and wouldn't have affected the overall look too much. For some quick size comparisons, here we have it with some other extremely fast cars from more budget-friendly brands, with the Hot Wheels Saline S7 over there on your right, on your left, sorry, and over here on your right, we have the Matchbox Koenigsegg Gemera. And for some comparison with some premium models, here we have it with the Tarmac Works Pagani Huayra R on your left, and the Mini GT Bugatti Chiron Supersport over here on your right. So with all that out of the way, let's kind of analyze these and see if they are worth putting in your collections. The overall kind of hype for this one was pretty large, I would say. A lot of people were very excited for it. And I would say they have absolutely lived up to that. And they are everything I hoped they would be, and maybe a little bit more. For your value, so these ones come out to be $28. So for all the little special features, they do come with an acrylic case with a very nice base, and there's even a little miniature basketball player that comes with them for some reason. So if you like collecting little miniature people as well, it does come with that. I don't have it on hand right now, but yeah, it did come with that. So all of that for $28, absolutely worth it in my opinion. A pretty solid value, even though it is kind of an expensive model. The community feedback has been very good on these. No one really has had any complaints, and I haven't seen any like QC issues or anything like that either. So yeah, big positives there as well. So, for the first Venom of any kind to be in 1/64 scale, this one really does not miss. And honestly, I think there's 2 more decos confirmed to be on the way, and I am really hoping for some more. Give me an orange one. Give me a lime green one. Both of those exist in this car. So, you know, keep replicating. Give us all of them for all I care. I love this car. Want some more. Also, if anyone from Rhino Models were to ever listen to this, do the regular F5 as well. Would absolutely love that too. So, do I recommend it? Absolutely. I've been going on and on about this one. This is going to be a longer video because of how happy and thrilled I am with the outcome of this model. So, absolutely very happy with it. Huge love for the model and would 100% say you should add it to your collection as fast as possible. And with that, guys, that will wrap up this review. It was a little bit of a long one, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and do not forget to leave a comment telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model. And I will see you guys in the next video.